Hello everybody, my name is Jurassic World. Welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World game. So in this next 30 episodes or so, oh no, less than 30 episodes, we're at 20 episodes now. Okay, great, this is episode 379. So yeah, we only have 20 episodes to go, and 20 episodes from now, episode 400 is the Big Bad Indominus Rex episode. And of course, I've mentioned this quite a few times already in the past couple episodes. Said episodes a lot already, yeah, I'm going to be really rushing the next 20 episodes because I want to get all of these out before the tournament, which I know that sounds absolutely ludicrous. 20 episodes in the next, 3 days until we have before this tournament comes out. But basically at this point, my AP exam is over for world history, and that was the big thing that was stressing me out recently and kind of obviously suppressing videos because that's something I kind of need to address and do. But now that that's kind of out of the way a little bit, I think I can finally, get to what we need to do on the actual channel itself. I will say these videos will be shorter. They're not going to be silent or anything. I'll try not to make it less ludicrously short, 2 or 3 minutes, but there's not really much guarantee into what's going to happen in this next 20 episodes again, because I really, really want to get that last episode out Thursday night or Friday morning or sometime. I guess technically it could be on the day that the tournament comes out as well. I thought maybe it could be on that Sunday, before we actually unlock it, because of course we don't unlock the tournament, we don't unlock the Indominus from the tournament whenever the tournament comes. Basically, I don't want to unlock the Indominus. I don't want to get the Indominus from the tournament. It's just very important to me that we do that with ourselves, because that's something I've just hyped up so much, and it just, as much as this tournament is so cool, it feels like it's kind of suppressing that a little bit, that awesome moment, that epic moment where we fuse the T-Rex and the Velociraptor together to make the Indominus Rex. It's just something that you have to have in a Jurassic World game Let's Play. I feel like, or any game that has an Indominus Rex in it. So that's kind of what that's going to be about. But for today's episode, you'll notice that I've been working on the park layout a lot. We have so many cool sections, we got it's what I call the spiked area, the dangerous herbivores maybe, where we got the Stegosaurus and the Ankylosaurus. We also have the Cretaceous Cruise, which is my personal favorite part that we built so far, which has some crocodilians as well as some of the, not crocodilians, but the quadrupedal amphibians. And then we also have the Spinosaurus, of course. And then we have all the pterosaurs here, and then we have all of the amphibians just kind of over there. The rest of the regular amphibians, the theropods are here. And then, of course, we have the Ceratopsians over here, along with things like Dilophosaurus and Monolophosaurus, which are more Ceratopsian in my opinion, more than anything else. The only thing I really have to change, this is all perfect in my opinion, and then we have slightly bigger carnivores like Tanyclagus and Troodon maybe, but overall the basic point of this is I think everything's really great. I just gotta kind of gotta shift them around a little bit, some of the creatures around, a Dimetrodon feels like it should be over here, but I don't really have room for it. And then, of course, the creatures that are from the original Jurassic Park in 1993 are going to get their own area here on Isla Sorna once I finish expanding all of this, which we can actually expand this right now because we have enough. We have a new level, but along with creatures that make a lot of coin, T-Rex is going to be here, Carniraptor, Diplatator, that kind of stuff. They're all going to be here. And I guess a few extra might be here if we don't have enough room. But today's video, I want to focus on something. But first, let me turn off my brightness because it's way too dark. But yeah, I do want to focus on finishing this area, which is basically the last part of this entire thing. And I'm actually very excited for this. For this middle part, we're going to be doing loads of stuff. It's going to be I kind of want to have an amusement park area to it, a small section of it that's an amusement park, because I feel like that's a staple of, dinosaur parks. Out of the many dinosaur parks that exist in the real world, that's a big staple. And then I also want to have a ton of herbivores, because right now, the biggest thing that's holding us is herbivores. Pterosaurs, we have none. Amphibians, we have none, except, these guys. I think Macedontosaurus, to be honest, might some things again are going to be staying here. Hybrids are going to go on Isla Sorna probably as part of their own dangerous experiments. Herbivores, you can see we have quite a bit though, and even all those aren't going to fit. Carnivores, we have a couple I don't know. I'm really not sure. Maybe I should give star creatures their own area, but also Rexy and the big one are going to go in the 1993 Jurassic Park. Panthera, I have no idea. So I don't know. There's going to be a lot of switching out, and of course, we're going to continue to get more creatures as time goes on, so it's eventually going to get to the point where we just have to switch it out. I don't want to just leave creatures, in the general area, because then that gets messy. So it's going to be all about switching out, what we think is, the best on display, and that's kind of what we're going to be doing. today. So let's start with the herbivores, which are going to go in this area. So what I'm thinking actually is first let's get this amusement park area set up. And I don't know which side I want to do it on necessarily. Maybe because we have this area already, which has a bunch of 2x2s, we could start there. Of course, we have Pachygalosaurus here, who's kind of going to be the centerpiece. And honestly, I might change up a little bit of this in the future once we get out the Pteroquetzal, the Chromospinus, and the Dracoceratops. Once we have way more of these tournament hybrids, which we have way more than we should at this level, I think that's going to start changing up a little bit. So let's decide what we want here. So I think, honestly, if there's anything big, I think we should do, like, some general things that are, like, let's actually start with the amusement park sort of thing. So we could have the Speedy Go-Kart there. That's a pretty iconic one. And then I would also like to do, what's the other one? The Extinction Roller Coaster, of course. Hold on, let's find that. This one right here. Ooh, it's got like a bit of a more vertical look to it. Okay. So let's do that. I would like to maybe, I don't want to repeat any of the rides, though. That's something that's kind of important. Let's check all the rides that we have, because there's a lot. Cloud9 Balloon Ride seems like a pretty good one. We could have like 2 of those somewhere. I'm just going to, for now, I'm just going to get out everything that we can. Right now. I also kind of want to take out the loyalty, the revenue tower, plop that somewhere there. Let's just see all the cool things that we can add. Egg spinner ride, definitely get one of those in. I think that's a pretty cool one to get. What other ones do we have? Definitely missing some. Arcade feels like it could fit into this area. It's not like quite the same thing, I guess, but it kind of fits in well enough. And then Dizzy Dino Ride is one. That's a good one to put in. I didn't even know that existed, to be honest. Well, I did, but, you don't really pay attention to it, I guess. And I think that might be it, actually. Yeah, that looks like it, unless there's one that we haven't bought. Jurassic Drop Tower is definitely some sort of a ride, so we'll put that one in. It's a pretty good one to have. And let's see, we have a flying ride, which is interesting. A lot more amusement-related things than I thought, actually. Wild Waterfall, we already have that in quite a few places, so I don't think we need to necessarily add that. I also kind of wanted to add this Tyrannosaur Topiary. We don't have this anywhere in the park, but maybe add it, like, next to... We could add it, like, right there next to Pachygalosaurus. Could be cool. Yeah, I just like the way that looks. It looks pretty cool, so we'll do this. And maybe we'll do this in the form of a nice little time-lapse as we kind of develop this area out, so I don't really have to do too much commentary. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Or maybe I will do a voiceover and recording. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, enjoy. Okay, folks, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a time lapse there. And you can see I haven't done too much in this area so far, but it's pretty much the extent of everything I want to do on this side, pretty much, with the exception of this area. But I think this area is pretty okay. I think it'll look a lot better once we finish the left side. But right now, we were only able to fit 5 dinos, which I know is because we had this little amusement park area. But the amusement park area, I'm not, like, crazy about. It's okay, but I don't know. It's kind of squashed together and, like, some of the ways that the roads connected, it wasn't my favorite, but maybe I'll tweak it off camera or something. I'm not exactly sure. And then in terms of the way that we got these guys in, I think we did pretty good. We have the kind of like ostrich-like dinosaurs, which is pretty much only Pelecomimus and Gallimimus, and then the only like real like hadrosaur I could see was Corythosaurus. There's Parasaurolophus as well, but that's gonna go in the original park. Like there's a lot more tournament creatures like Dicinosaurus, Edmontosaurus, I think Elumbia as well, but Elumbia is over here again on the corn production island, so I could always switch those out. The order doesn't really matter right now. And then of course I have the Therizinosaurs, like Therizinosaurus and Segnosaurus. So pretty much all we need to do is we gotta have one for the like the Pachycephalosaurs, which there's also only 2 of those, and then of course the Ceratopsians, and that pretty much gets like everything done. The Dodo, I have no idea what category that falls into, but we'll probably figure out an area for that as well, and I think it'll be pretty good. I thought we'd figure it out in this episode, but honestly, there's a lot I got to think about in terms of this, and again, trying to rush episodes out.